Well, if I'm making this video, then that means God is still in the blessing business. And if God is still in the blessing business, then that means God is good. And that also means that business has got to be good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am here this morning, afternoon, night. Well, it's not night, it's morning. Afternoon is one of them. Just try to track and keep up with me. Well, uh, they say get your coffee or your whatever, you drink your peanuts, whatever you do. So I got my coffee right here, and I'm gonna have me a conversation with you. When I was younger, my dad would say, we're gonna have a conversation, but it's gonna be a one-way conversation on both ends. One person gonna be talking and one person gonna be listening. It's a one-way conversation. So hope all y'all been good for the holidays. I hope everybody's safe. Pray for the families of all the not bad, but yeah, bad things going on. The fires in California, the floods and the snow. Just pray for everybody. Just pray for everybody. That's another conversation, and that's another video. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you about a movie. And within this movie, there's some stuff going on. But first, this technique of telling a story really got my attention. I went to a seminar and there was some speakers that was there. Okay, I'm rocking with it. I learned a lot that seminar because it got to the point to where it's always a story to be told, but either the person lying telling the story or it never connects to where I get there. I don't always get exactly what they're trying to say. So with this technique of telling and linking everything together, it grabs. I got it this time. Well, I didn't get it this time. Well, I'm not saying I got it this time, but I picked it up what they were saying, and then my whole thing was, wow, that's pretty awesome. But the thing is, what if the person's not paying attention? So this technique gets it to the point to where if a person paying attention, they're gonna grasp it because they understand or they don't know the movie. But this movie should be easy because the name and what happened. So we're just gonna jump off into it. The name of the movie is called Behind Enemy Lines. It's been one of my movies, well, not one of my movies, but been one of my favorite movies for a long time. And throughout the movie, he's where he's not supposed to be, but he's there he's there by circumstances that he did not have control over. So I'm using and I picked this movie because there's a lot of stuff that's going on to where if it was in my control, it wouldn't be messed up. Nothing would be behind if it was in my control. So we're gonna jump into it and see how it goes. But so Behind Enemy Lines is the movie. It's several parts that I could use this, but this is one part of the movie that I think everybody that have seen this movie would understand, but not just understand, but will remember. So, boom. He on the ship. It's holidays. He's a fighter pilot, F-16 fighter pilot, and it's the holidays. So they gonna run a mission. They gonna run a mission of, just fly over, check everything, come back. Not supposed to go behind enemy lines. Not supposed to have a fly on their side, but just fly, bam, come back. Just really to make sure everybody know that we still in op and we here. So anyway, gets the mission, loads up, gets his plane, he in the air, and then he mess around and sees something. He start taking pictures. He get nosy. So it's amazing how sometimes you get nosy and then you like, you know what? I shouldn't even looked into that. But he got nosy. So once he got nosy, he sit there and flew where he was not supposed to. That's his own fault. Did he ask for trouble? Yes. Did he get trouble? Yes. Was it his fault? Yes. But exactly what happened wasn't his fault. So he's flying over there. They got bad stuff going on in this part of the movie. I'm not gonna even say about that. But he taking pictures. The bad guy see him, and they shoot his plane down. This is when you know smack done hit the fan. So once the smack hit the fan, the plane go down, he eject. So his plane is one place and he's in another place. Parachute, bam, land. So now once he land and hit the ground, he gotta hit the ground running because the people that shot him down, they coming to look for him, make sure the pilots are dead. No problem, dead people can't talk in 3D. So once that happened, he sit there, he's steady going, have different parts of the movie to where he's running and landing where they done did their dirt and dead bodies, and he's laying in there trying to stay away from the enemy. But the part I want to highlight is the part of him having to actually, on foot, behind enemy lines, go and find his plane and get to the pilot seat where the beacon is at. The beacon in a fighter pilot, in a fighter jet, is like the black box. But within that, they teach you how to give power to the box. So you shot down, you can always be found. They coming to get me. That's gonna be another part of the story later on. Not this story, but another story of are they coming to get me? So military. Okay, anyway. So since he has to go find the beacon by memory, he has to in turn remember which way he was going when they shot him down, and find out where the plane should be. Finds the plane. But in turn, the people also know that's trying to find him, also know he's going back to the plane to let him know he's alive and come get me. Or you coming to get me? So after that, it gets to the point to where they waiting for him to come to the plane to get the beacon from the pilot seat, and they trying to keep him from getting to it. So Sniper is sitting there trying to keep him away from it. Anyway, He gets to the pilot seat, turns the beacon on, fired up, and this is where I come in. Having to go back and actually find that beacon. What is your beacon? What can save you or make things better than what your choices have been in the past and making better choices in the future? So the beacon for me in this situation is God, source, your Lord and Savior, however you want to put it, whatever religion you with. But what happens when I find that seat and I get that beacon? Are they coming for me? Are they coming to find me? Well, God will come for you, and God will help you. God will save you if you're in the business of making it a good business day. This is the bad part of Behind Enemy Lines that I wanted to say. But the people that's on your own people behind your lines is looking for a beacon. But it's not for God. It's coming to do harm for you. And the people that you are closest to, I don't want to say, look at here. Everybody know family. Okay, that's fine. I'm talking about outside of family. I'm talking about your significant others, your baby mamas, your baby daddies, my wife and all this. These people that are on the outside, and sisters, or not sisters, and siblings, they can fall under this too. But the point is, if you're on my side, why are you giving intel from behind safe lines? Why are you giving intel from behind safe lines? If you've been in my fold before, I'm very protective of my fold. My fold really goes without for nothing. But when it gets to a point to where you are telling intel from behind enemy lines and you are lying, you have a real serious problem, and you don't need to be on that team. Look at here. It's so many things that's going on to where you'll sit there and say, oh, you need to watch the person that you were picking before you go to have kids with them. But y'all will sit here and let females make it and act like they the victim all the time when it's men going after them 24/7 that can't say no. But that's my fault that she acts that way. Come on, you are not even making grown people be accountable for what they do. She said she wanted to leave. I can do everything I need to or need to be doing, and she wakes up in the morning and change her mind and say, oh, well, this not working. So I'm supposed to pay for good behavior and for bad behavior? You make these choices of what you do, and then you want the other person to sit there and be accountable for your choices that you're making. He's having to sit there and wait for the people to come to save him because he hit the beacon. But if God is my beacon, I gotta sit and wait until God comes. And whatever happens in between time, I will be okay. Because I know God coming. Y'all haven't figured this out with me yet. This is very sad. Very sad. Because you still keep here trying to harp on something to where you the wrong person, and you want to be congratulated and given gifts for being wrong and a dirty, low down person. So when I hit my beacon for God and God show up like God always do, don't be in the mix. Stay out the way. You done energetically started a game with me that you wanted to see what's going on. This what's going on. This is exactly what's going on. You started trying to come and be a victim when you the aggressor and you made choices and you want me to have to live with the choices you make when those are your choices, but your choices affect my life. Your choices affect my life when I didn't have my kids either. Oh, you can sit there. How somebody gonna eat? We could go to court. We could go to somewhere now, and you are not gonna what your court where you on paper. You don't live on paper where them people think you live. And that P.O. box got so much stuff connected to it, I don't think you really want to do that. Because then they in turn gonna go and start investigating all kind of shit of you with the damn stamp. So in this movie, when they actually do get there and the cavalry do get there, he's a hero. But this the same person that at the beginning of the movie, they were sitting here trying to call and make him to be that don't do nothing right. Oh, he don't do nothing right. He don't do nothing right at all. He don't come to formation on time. He not this, he not this. They got all these negatives. But what happened when a person come through and got enough heart to sit there and go through all these stupid trials that you all sit there and came up with? You won't help, but you won't give help. You so stingy and greedy. $200 is $200. So if I could give you $200 and then something's going on, and you give me your card, and I go do something, you gonna sit there and run your mouth talking about people I done stole $200 from you? You getting $200 that every time I see you for sure. You getting $200 when you call me on the whim of, oh, this. And the only time that don't happen is when you're in a relationship, because you're sitting here playing mind games with the kids, and you're sitting here playing mind games with this fella or this grown man that you sitting here playing with. You sit there and get yourself in a predicament, and nobody can make grace or go forward because of your stagnant. But it's all about you. It's not all about the family. It ain't about this. It ain't about that. It's about you. Because you can't keep your legs, you can't keep your mouth closed. Talking too much. Running people business. Running people name in the ground. Stuff don't happen when you connected to it because of the way you're energetically is. But you so ready to go and call and run and call people and tell people this, and you got the bad end of the stick and this. Your talking is what's doing it. But we still got racism going on these days. If anybody don't think racism don't exist, you crazy. It was a point in time being black was a problem. You could be a black man, black woman, slavery, bam. Now, you just being a man is a problem. Oh, or is it to the point to where you could get by calling men disrespectful names, but the disrespectful women call you a disrespectful name that they calling each other. They calling each other this name. But then you feel comfortable enough to come and call me that name and think it's okay, funny, and everything else. If your ball's so big, not gonna go there. Not professional. So, anyway, if it's that good, if you are so unhappy and everything is so real, Why you have so many attachments or try to have so many attachments lying on the kids and it ain't nothing to do with the kids. They say the person who's with nobody when everybody break up, that's the person who needs to heal. You never was with me. How you gonna sit there and you never was with me? How you was never only with me. You was with several other people. But then women will say that's the man's fault for when is somebody supposed to work and not have to sit there and worry about all that stuff and be comfortable if that's you and what you do. Anyway, so in this movie, he turns out to be the good guy. Through all this, everything I'm saying, he ended up turning out to be the good guy. Because in reality, they conformed an awesome pilot. They figure out how awesome he is when mishap come. You don't have to say nothing. I already know you think I'm awesome. You know I'm awesome. Now I gotta sit here and rub it in your face for me being awesome. That's okay. I know what I do. I know what I've done. I know I've helped you. I know how much I helped you. I know everybody around you know. Let's go and get into it. We in it today. Everybody know I'm an awesome person. But they honestly just sitting here seeing how far Texas is gonna let you take this, and even Texas know exactly who I am. All them old stories you go through and you come up with and you tell people and all this other stuff, that's childish, man. That's stuff when people was growing up. You still trying to raise these stories up and everything else. The only person not growing up is you. That's the only person not growing up. It's a whole bunch of things that went on for this to become like it is. But if you supposed to be on the inside of the fold, how you gonna even tell the truth to anybody if you're trying to get any and everything to always go in your favor? Your opinion and your feelings is not the truth. It's not the truth. But I appreciate y'all listening to my little old video, listening to my movie, man. Some people are gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, oh, I know exactly where that technique is from. And you're right. And you're right. Yes, you're right. That's exactly where the technique is from. But on this one, when I do come out, and I do come out at the end of the story and be recognized as the good guy besides this piece of crap that you're always trying to say nobody has that opinion but you. And you're like, oh, I'm the only one that really knows him. Man, you don't know nothing about nobody, bro. You don't know nobody. You was wasting space and wasting time because you wouldn't tell the truth. And every dude you talk to, associate with, from the daycare to the school, private school, and all this other stuff, that ain't including the private school, which you couldn't afford, but you couldn't afford it because you never was the one to say that they could go there. You never had the money to pay for them to go there. I was the one that did that. And you smell yourself on a little short-term phase, and then you all out just blow everything up. if you're not 100 on my side, my surroundings are the people that I surround myself with gonna tell on you. And you fell right into the trap, because every last person at that private school knows my family, knows my mom, knows my dad. They are old friends of the family, not new friends, old friends of the family. And you went there and showed your butt. I'm not. I have nothing to do with what you choose to do. You did that. You need to take accountability for that. So once the good guy comes out at the end, I'm definitely gonna be here to say, if God is in the if God is if I'm making this video, that means God is in the blessing business, and business has got to be good. Sorry, Nari.